I woke up to the chilling sound of the wind howling outside my window. The room was bathed in an eerie, dim moonlight that barely penetrated the thick curtains. It was Halloween night, and I had always enjoyed the excitement of the holiday. But that night, something felt different. As I lay in bed, trying to shake off the unsettling feeling that was creeping over me, I noticed the subtle flickering of a candle on my bedside table. I had never lit a candle before going to sleep. It was there, a lone sentinel in the darkness, casting sinister shadows on the walls. I got out of bed and approached it cautiously, my heart pounding in my chest. Just as I was about to extinguish it, the candle's flame grew brighter, projecting a sinister smile on my face. I shuddered, unable to believe what I was seeing, and felt a strange presence in the room. The air grew colder, and a whisper, faint and almost inaudible, murmured my name. Daniel. Terrified, I turned around, searching for the source of the voice. But there was nothing, only the shadows, dancing in the flickering candlelight. I told myself it was my imagination playing tricks on me and decided to go back to bed. As soon as I covered myself with the duvet, the room plunged into darkness. The candle went out. Panic welled up within me. I tried to reach for my phone on the bedside table to use its flashlight, but it wasn't there. I was alone in total darkness. Then, the whispers returned, louder this time, like a chorus of ghostly voices. Daniel, Daniel, we've been waiting for you. My heart raced, and I fumbled in the darkness, searching for my phone or anything that would light up the room. Suddenly, the room was filled with a supernatural light, and I saw him, the source of the voice. Standing at the foot of my bed was a spectral figure, a man in tattered attire, his eyes vacant, his skin as pale as the moon. He extended a bony hand toward me, his long, tangled hair hanging like a curtain over his face. I screamed and backed away from the bed, running toward the door, but it closed before I could reach it, and the room plunged into darkness again. The ghostly man was now right in front of me, his cold breath against my cheek. You can't leave, Daniel, he hissed, his voice a sinister melody. I stumbled backward, my heart hammering, and my hands found an icy doorknob. I turned it and pushed the door, tumbling into a corridor illuminated by the same eerie candlelight. The corridor seemed to stretch endlessly, its walls adorned with faded portraits of long-deceased relatives. Their eyes followed me as I passed, their skeletal faces contorted into sinister smiles. I needed to find an exit, away from this nightmare. I heard the whispers again, echoing down the corridor. Daniel, Daniel, we won't let you go. The walls started closing in on me. The portraits came to life, their skeletal hands reaching out for me. I ran faster, desperate to escape their clutches. But the corridor seemed endless. The candlelight flickered, casting long, distorted shadows that seemed to draw closer. Then, I found a door, its doorknob gleaming in the faint light. With trembling hands, I opened the door and found myself in a room bathed in a blood-red glow. The walls were covered with mirrors, but they didn't reflect my own image. Instead, they showed visions of horrors from my past, my deepest fears and regrets. The room echoed with the tormenting laughter of the ghosts that haunted me. I needed to find an escape, but the room seemed to shift and change, the mirrors distorting reality. Panic flooded me as I realized there was no way out. The ghosts were closing in, their whispers growing louder and more malevolent. I knelt, tears streaming down my face. Please, let me go, I cried. But the ghosts only laughed louder, their voices echoing in my mind. Just as I was about to succumb to madness, the candle on my bedside table reappeared, its flame burning brighter than ever. It shattered the mirrors, dispersing the ghosts, and the room began to crumble around me. I closed my eyes and felt my body being lifted from the floor. When I opened them again, I was back in my own bed, in my own room, the candle safely extinguished. It was morning, And Halloween night was over. As I caught my breath and wiped away the tears, I couldn't help but wonder if it had all been a dream. But one thing was certain: I would never look at Halloween the same way again. The ghosts of that night had left their mark on me. A reminder that sometimes the most terrifying things are those that lurk within us.